Hello students, in this video we are going to learn your third chapter, that is weather and climate, and especially in this video we are going to learn about weather and climate and their elements. Students, you see everyday morning some of the weather conditions like sunny, sometimes it becomes cloudy, and sometimes it start raining, and even in afternoon it become very stormy and give us scorching heat, right? So why this thing is happening? If we say in one word, then it is weather. And similarly, when these things happen for the whole years, like sometimes we feel very cold, and that is winter season, and sometimes we feel very hot, that is summer season, and sometimes we experience rain, and that is rainy season, and together we can say it as a climate. Okay, so in this chapter we are going to learn about weather and climate. So students, if you want to learn more and detail about weather and climate, what we have to do, we have to learn this chapter, that is chapter number 3, weather and climate. Okay, so let's get started. Weather, it is defined as day-to-day conditions of atmosphere of a particular place, that is a small area at a particular point of time, which changes continuously. So the definition for the weather is, it is defined as day-to-day condition of the atmosphere at a particular place, especially small area, right, at a particular point of time, okay, which changes continuously. So what you have to do, you have to keep in your mind three things here: particular area, that is small area, then point of time, and changes continuously. Okay, these are the features of the weather for smaller area, and point of time, and changes continuously, sometime day to day and sometime hour to hour. So students, what is weather? Weather is day-to-day conditions of the atmosphere. Okay, day-to-day condition of the atmosphere, or we can say the elements of the atmosphere. So what are the elements? There are many elements like temperature, wind, pressure, that we learn later in this video. So these are the elements of the atmosphere. So it is the weather is the day-to-day condition of these elements of a particular place, especially small area. Okay, especially small area at a particular point of time. Here point of time means, at a particular point of time means a very short period of time, very short, maybe for some hours, like 1 to 2 hours, or 2 to 3 hours, or sometime like this. Okay, and next here you can see it changes continuously. So weather can change continuously, even within hour to hour it changes. So students, sometime what in the morning weather was very clear and it was sunny, and in the afternoon it was rainy, as it was raining, and in the evening it was stormy or windy, or maybe clear weather, right? So weather changes continuously from sometimes day to day and sometimes even hour to hour. Next point, let us see. It is weather vary from place to place. So dear student, weather of a place may differ from the weather of the other place. For example, sometimes it happens that when we are experiencing heavy rainfall in our state, that is in here, so in other states like Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, or Kerala, what they do, they experience sunny and clear weather. And when we are experiencing very hot and dry weather here, at the same time what we get to hear the news of flood in other states, means they are experiencing heavy rainfall, right? So that's why weather vary from place to place. It means different place experience different weather condition. So in the next point, what we will see here, that is examples of the weather. So what are the examples of weather? Weathers: cloudy weather, rainy weather, stormy weather, right? Hot weather, then windy weather. So these are the examples of the weather. Okay, now students, let us see the climate. Climate is sum of weather condition of a large area during a long period of time, 30 to 35 years, okay, and it does not change continuously. So now you can find out the difference between weather and climate here only. So here weather for a small area, right, and climate is for large area. First difference, okay. Then second, here point of time, and here period of time, okay. And next, it changes continuously. Weather changes continuously. Climate does not change continuously. So if it come in exam, write the difference between the weather and climate, then you can write this point: weather for a small area, climate for large area. Weather for point of time and climate for period of time, okay. Then weather changes continuously, it does not change continuously. So these are the main 3 points which you can write to differentiate weather and climate. Beside this, there are many more points that we will learn in this chapter later. So climate is sum of weather condition. So what is climate? Climate is the sum of the weather condition of the 30 or 35 years. Okay, when we collect the weather condition of 30 or 35 years together, and when we take out average of that, that is called climate. Okay, that is called climate. So actually it will be like this: climate is the average weather condition. Climate is the average weather condition of the 30 to 35 years. Okay. So what meteorologists do, meteorologists collect the weather condition of 30 to 35 years, and what they do, they get the average of that weather condition, and that will become the climate of the particular region, particular area, especially large area. Okay, so you got the point, right? What is the difference between weather and climate? Weather is for small area and climate is for large area. Here large area, and weather is for point of time. Okay, and weather is at point of time, and climate is at long period of time. So you must know difference between point of time and the period of time. Okay, point of time means a particular time, and period of time means between this to that, right? From this time to that time, between that. So next, climate requires systematic observation, recording, and proceeding of the various elements. So simply we can say what is the weather of a place. Suppose now here just I am recording this video, here it is raining, right? So I can say this is rainy weather, but I cannot say the climate. Simply I cannot say the climate is here monsoon type of climate or Mediterranean type of climate or tundra type of climate. I cannot say. For that, what we have to do, we have to require systematic observation. We have to observe the elements of the weather and climate very carefully, okay, and then recording and then processing of these elements. Then only finally we can say that this area or this country or this region has this kind of climate. But weather is not like that. Simply we can say, as we see here outside it is raining, so I can say it is rainy weather, right? So that is the difference between weather and climate. Now let us see the examples of the climate. Okay, examples of the climate are monsoon type of climate. Monsoon climate. Our India experience monsoon climate. What type of climate we have? Monsoon type of climate. So these are the examples of the climate: monsoon climate, tundra climate, polar climate, Mediterranean climate. There are many types of the climate. Okay, so you got, so one more point you got here to differentiate weather and the climate. Examples of the weather: cloudy weather, rainy weather, stormy weather, right, windy weather. And examples of the climate is monsoon type climate, tundra climate, polar climate, Mediterranean climate. Many more types of climate we have, for example. So these are the 4 differences between weather and climate. Okay, so students, I think you got it, what is weather and what is climate and what are the differences between weather and climate. So now let us move to the next point, that is weather forecasting. So now next point, weather forecasting. So students, you might have seen people forecasting weather condition of the of our country, right? On the TV you might have seen. So from where do they get this information? How do they predict or the forecast these weather conditions? So that is, here meteorological department issues weather forecast in the country. So we have a department that is called meteorological department. Meteorological department, what they do, they study the elements of the weather and the climate, and they give the information for weather forecasting. Okay, and every country has their own meteorological department. In our country we have our own meteorological department. In America they have their own meteorological department. In other rest countries like in China, they have their own meteorological department. So each and every country has their own meteorological department, and what they do, they study the elements of the weather and climate, and they give the information about the weather and the climate of the particular country. Okay, and that information we get from our news channel, and they what they do, they read the weather condition of the, and they give us weather condition of the time. Now next, here meteorologists. So who are meteorologists? Meteorologists are the people, those who work in the meteorological department, or meteorologists are the scientists. So meteorologists are the scientists. So meteorology are the scientists who study the weather condition. So in the meteorological department there are meteorologists and they are scientists. What they do, they study the weather condition. What they do, they study the weather condition. Okay, so question may come in your exam, who are meteorologists? So you can write, meteorologists are the scientists of meteorological department who study the weather condition of a particular country or particular place. Okay, next, here we have next point, that is meteorology. Now what is meteorology? Meteorology is the science that deals with the study of the weather. So meteorology is nothing but it is the study of the weather condition. Okay, so meteorology is nothing but it is a science, it is a study which study the weather. So meteorology is a science that deals with the study of the weather. Okay, so remember, meteorological department, what they do, they issue the weather forecast of a country, and meteorologists are the people or scientists who work in the meteorological department, and what they do, they study the weather condition of the particular country or particular region or place. Okay, then meteorology is a science, is a study of weather, is a study of weather. Okay, and what is meteorology? Meteorology is a science that deals with the study of the weather. It study the weather. Now next point we have here, geostationary operation satellite, which is also called GOES, moves around on our earth and keep giving information about atmospheric conditions and also about the flood, rainfall, hurricane, hail, etc. Okay, so we have here geostationary operational satellite, which is also called GOES, which moves around our earth. There is one satellite, in short we call GOES. It moves around the earth and it keep monitoring our earth's atmospheric condition or weather condition, right? And it gives us information about the weather of the world. Okay, and it also give us information about flood, rainfall, hurricane, then many hails, etc. Okay, and it also give us information about flood, rain, hurricane, hail, etc. so that we can become aware and protect ourselves and our family and our friends from these kinds of natural calamities. Okay, so students, now we are moving to the next point, and that point is elements of the weather and climate. So our next point, students, that is elements of the weather. So students, weather and climate of a region or of a place depends on the various elements, and these elements has great effect on the weather and climate. So let us see what are these elements. And first we have here, that is temperature. So at temperature is the first elements of the weather and climate. So what is temperature? Let us see. So the temperature, definition for the temperature is degree of hotness of a thing or a place. So temperature is nothing but it is the degree of hotness, means degree of hotness of a place or a thing. Okay, means how hot is a thing or a place, that is called temperature. It is temperature is degree of hotness of a thing or a place. So students, there are many factors which affect the temperature of the earth or the temperature of a place, and these factors are, first here we have latitude, altitude, vegetation, soil, season and time of the day. So let us see one by one these factors of the temperature. Okay, so first here we have latitude. So what is latitude? You know latitude. Latitude are the imaginary parallel line on the earth, right? So here student, you can see here we have North Pole and this is South Pole, and these are the latitude, right? So as we move towards the pole side, temperature decreases. What happened? Temperature decreases. And as we move from polar region towards the equatorial region, then temperature increases. From polar region to the equatorial region, then what happened? Temperature increases. So that's why this latitude also affect the temperature of the earth. As we move towards the polar side, means polar region, then temperature decreases. Whether you will move to North Pole or South Pole, temperature will decreases. And when you move from polar region towards the equatorial region, then what happened? Temperature increases. So that's why these region, especially this region, experience very hot weather or the climate. Okay, this region is very hot, equatorial region is very hot, but polar region are very cold, especially North Pole and South Pole remain cold throughout the year. So that's why they have big ice, okay, or the mountains of ice on the North Pole and the South Pole. So that's why first latitude affect the what called temperature of the earth. Okay, then next here we have altitude. Now what is altitude? In simple language, if I'll say, then altitude is the height from the sea level. Okay, height from the sea level. So next we have here altitude. So altitude is in simple language, then it is called height of a place from the sea level. Okay, height of the place from sea level. So that's why here, so dear student, you might have been hilly region or the hill station, and hill station or the hilly region or mountainous region has very pleasant and cool weather, right? The temperature remain very cool throughout the year in the hill station and the mountainous region. So why it is so? Because these places are located at high altitude. Okay, high altitude from the sea level. So that's why the temperature of this region, this hilly station or this mountainous station are region are very low as compared to the plain. Okay, as compared to the plain. So it means that height of the place is also decide, or height of the place is also play an important role to affect the temperature. So the region which is located at the lower height, at the lower altitude, they will experience high temperature. Okay, and the places which is located at the higher altitude or the higher height, they experience lower temperature. Which temperature? Lower temperature. Okay, so that's why this height of the place from the sea level also affect the temperature of the place. And students, what I mean to say is that as we move higher altitude, the temperature will decrease. And children, this thing we have learned in our previous chapter also, and that is in the atmosphere. Okay, in that chapter we have learned a layer of the atmosphere, and first layer, that is troposphere. So what we have learned in troposphere, as we move to the higher from the ground, then what happened? Temperature will decrease. Okay, temperature will decrease. So that's why place at higher altitude experience lower temperature and place at lower altitude experience higher temperature. Now next, vegetation. One more factor we have here, that is vegetation. Vegetation also affect the temperature of the places. The region which has dense forest, they experience less temperature or low temperature. Okay, the area or the region which has dense forest, it means jungle, they experience low temperature, whereas the region which has very less amount of the jungle or the forest, they experience higher temperature. As you can see, deserted area, right? Deserted area has less amount or the less number of the plants or the vegetation. So that's why desert experience higher temperature as compared to the other region. And similarly, especially in that region or the forest area, they experience lower temperature as they have large number of plants or the trees, right? So that's why vegetation also affect the temperature of the places. Next we have here soil. Now soil also play an important role for the temperature of the particular place. As I told you just now, that desert, okay, sandy soil, if any region has sandy soil, then what happen? Sandy soil heat faster than any other soil. So that's why what happened, it makes the atmosphere or the air above the region, and that region become very hot. Suppose this is a deserted area, it means this region has sandy soil. So what happened, this sand get heat faster as compared to the other soil, right? So when these soil particles become heated, and the air, the column of air that is present here is also get heated. So automatically temperature of this region become very hot. Similarly, suppose here we have other soil like loam soil. So loam soil does not get heated faster as compared to the sandy soil. So that's why what happened, these soil remain little bit cooler as compared to this soil. So air above this soil also remain little bit cooler. So that's why it will have lower temperature. Okay, so that's why soil also play an important role for the temperature of the place. Okay, for the temperature of the place. Now next we have here season. So season also play an important role, or it also has a greater effect on the what, on the temperature of the place. Summer season will have higher temperature, right? Especially in summer season, what happens, temperature rises up to 34 or sometimes 40 degrees Celsius, and in winter season temperature remain very low. Okay, so in summer season temperature high, and in winter season temperature remain low of any region or of any place. Okay, so season is also play an important role for the temperature of the, or to affect the temperature of the region. Now next here, time of the day. Now here number 6, that is time of the day. So during early in the morning and evening temperature remain low, we know that, right? Early in the morning temperature remain low, and in the evening temperature that time also temperature remain low. But during noon or afternoon temperature of a place remain high. So that's why time of the day also play or also affect in the temperature of a region. So if it is morning and evening, then temperature will remain low, and if it is noon or afternoon, then its temperature remain very high. So this is the first element of the weather, that is temperature, and we have learned the definition also, and here factors which are affecting the temperature, that also we have learned. Now let us move to the next point. Now students, next point or next element we have element number 2, that is atmospheric pressure. Okay, our earth has atmosphere, which is also called the column of air that we have. So students, you know that our earth has atmosphere, column of air, and this column of air exerts some pressure on the earth, and even all the bodies that are present on the earth, even on our body also. Okay, that is called atmospheric pressure. So what is the definition for that? The force exerted by the column of air on the earth is called atmospheric pressure. So what is atmospheric pressure? It is a force exerted by the column of air on the earth or the body that are present on the earth is called atmospheric pressure. So as I told you that earth exert pressure on the earth and even on us also, but we do not feel it because our body from the inside also exert pressure. Okay, so pressure from inside and pressure from outside, that is atmospheric pressure, cancel each other. So that's why we do not feel the pressure of the atmosphere. Now let us see the factors of the pressures. Okay, that is atmospheric pressure. So factors of atmospheric pressure, you write here atmospheric pressure. Okay, first here we have temperature, then altitude. First let us see the temperature. Now temperature and pressure has inverse relationship. Okay, temperature and pressure, atmospheric pressure have inverse relationship. Now what is inverse relationship? Inverse relationship is due to increase of one thing, if another or other thing is decreasing, then that is called inverse relationship. Okay, inverse relationship. Suppose due to the increase in the price of pen, demand for the pen is decreasing. So that is called inverse relationship, right? That is called inverse relationship. Now let us see how they are inversely related to each other. So first temperature. If higher temperature, then lower pressure. So if the temperature of the place increases, then automatically atmospheric pressure decreases, and vice versa. Vice versa means if temperature of a place decreases, then atmospheric pressure of the place increases. So this kind of relationship have these two, temperature and pressure. If temperature increases, then atmospheric pressure decreases. If temperature decreases, then atmospheric pressure increases. Okay, next here we have altitude. Okay, altitude, it means height. In simple language we can say height, but altitude and height differ from each other, that you learn in higher classes. Okay, so first here we have so this altitude or height of the place and pressure also have inverse relationship. It means if altitude increase, okay, if height of a place increases, then pressure of atmosphere decreases. Okay, and if altitude or the height of a place decreases, then atmospheric pressure increases. Students, you might have seen astronaut, right? Astronaut, what they do when they go to the space, on the spacecraft, they wear a special suit, right? Special suit. Okay, you have seen na, like balloon, like that, not exactly balloon, but that kind of suit they use. So do you know why do they wear that suit? Actually, as we move higher, as here it is written that increase in altitude decrease the pressure. As we move higher from the surface of the earth, the atmospheric pressure decreases. And as I told you, inside our body also there is pressure, right? There is pressure. So our body is also exerting some pressures. As astronauts move higher from the surface of the earth, atmospheric pressure decreases, and that when they reach to the space, what happened? Atmospheric pressure will become zero and pressure from our body will become more, and automatically what happened? Do you know? Our body burst like balloon. So that's why this astronaut wear a special suit to cancel the pressure. In simple language I can say, to cancel the pressure of our body by using that special suit. Okay, students, next we have here next element, that is prevailing wind. Okay, what is wind? When air move faster, it is called wind. Simple, right? When air move faster, then that is called wind. So students, now wind also affect the temperature of a place. Well, how? That is due to the direction of the wind. So when wind is moving from warmer place towards the colder place, then that colder place will become hotter. It means temperature will increase. So suppose here we have a deserted area and this is warm. Okay, warm. This is warm, means it has high temperature. So when air move from this region towards the colder region, what happen? This wind become dry and hot, and when it enter to the colder region, it rises the temperature or it increases the temperature of this place. Okay, so wind moving from warmer place towards the colder place increases the temperature of that colder place, and if wind is moving from cooler place, okay, from cooler place towards this warmer place, then what happen? When these winds are moving from the cooler place, these wind particles become very cool and it comes to the hotter region, and what happen? This atmosphere or this air or the temperature of this region become cool. So that's why wind's direction also affect the temperature of a region. So when wind is moving from warmer region to the cooler region, what happen? Cooler region's temperature increases, and when the wind is moving from cooler region to the warmer region, it will decrease the temperature of the warmer region or the receiving region of the wind. Okay, next, so students, example you can give: wind moving from the deserted region to the cooler region will increase the temperature of the cooler region, and wind moving from polar region from polar region towards the temperate region, it will decrease the temperature of the temperate region. Okay, so what we learned here, students, wind, actually direction of the wind also affect the temperature of the place. Now student, next element number 4, that is humidity. What? Humidity. Now what is humidity? Humidity is water vapor present in the atmosphere is called humidity. So humidity is nothing but it is the water vapor present in the atmosphere, that is called humidity, right? So it varies from place to place and time to time. So humidity also varies from place to place and time to time. It means different place will have different amount of water vapor present in the in their atmosphere, right? And even time also play important role for the presence of this humidity. Okay, for example, okay, coastal region. Okay, coastal region means the area which is near the coast of the seas and the ocean, right? Coastal region experience high humidity. Okay, coastal region experience high humidity. It means coastal region will have high humidity. Why high? They have high humidity because of the evaporation of the water from the sea. Because of the evaporation of the water from the sea, this coastal region experience high humidity, high amount of water vapor they will experience. Okay, because they have large water body and which continuously evaporate. Then similarly, region which have vegetation, right? Vegetation means the area which has large number of trees, large number of plants, or we can say the region which has jungles, that region also have high humidity. Why? Because of the transpiration from the plant. You have learned in your biology about the transpiration. Transpiration is the process by which plant loses their water, right? So you learn that better in biology. Okay, so this region experience high humidity, and at the same time when it comes to the desert area or the dry area, okay, these areas will have very low or no humidity. What? Very low humidity. So it means that different region or different place will have different amount of humidity in the atmosphere, right? Next, as I told you, it also varies time to time. It also varies time to time. So you can get humidity more early in the morning. early in the morning, okay, and evening or late night, right? Evening or late night. During this time of the day, early in the morning and the evening or late night, amount of the water vapor, amount of the humidity is more in the atmosphere of the region. And during afternoon time, okay, amount of water vapor, that is humidity, will become low. Okay, so that's why what happens, so that's why we can say that time of the day also affect the humidity of the place. Okay, so now students let us see two kinds of humidity. One is absolute humidity and relative humidity. So let us see what are they. The actual amount of water vapor present in the atmosphere. So what is absolute humidity? Absolute humidity is actual water vapor. So what is absolute humidity? It is the actual amount of water vapor present in the atmosphere. Okay, it is the actual amount of water vapor that is present in the given atmosphere. Okay, that is called relative absolute humidity. Now next here we have relative humidity. So relative humidity is nothing but it is the ratio of the actual amount of water vapor present in the atmosphere and the amount of air that can be hold at a given temperature. So definition for relative humidity is it is right here. It is the ratio between actual amount of water vapor present in the air and total amount of air can hold at a given temperature. So this is called relative humidity. Okay, now students, let us see one more element, that is element number 5 of the climate and weather, or you can say weather and climate, that is precipitation. Now students, what is precipitation? You might have heard in the water cycle, or you might have studied in the water cycle in your science book about the precipitation. So students, what is precipitation? Precipitation is water falling in solid or liquid form to the earth. Okay, for example, hailstone, snow, then drizzle, then rain. These are precipitation. Okay, so the precipitation is also an element of the weather. So dear student, in this video this much only. Soon I will be bringing part 2 and the last part of this chapter. Okay, so till then, take care.